Hello, welcome to Miemieskeepsakes. I'm Arnell. I am here today to play with the new, it's the kit for January from Rach and Bella Crafts. It's called Shabby Blue Valentine. There is some pink elements in this kit as well. I printed mostly the blue ones because if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that blue is my favorite color, and I just thought these were beautiful. And then she also has a shabby or a grunge collection kit out this month if you want to go look at her shop, and I think it's on sale for 30%. Not 100% sure, but I will have her YouTube channel as well as her Etsy shop linked in my description box, and also the kits. And so I'll show you the kit quickly. I didn't print everything. It's a huge kit again. So these are the grungy background papers. And like I said, I didn't print all of them. And these can obviously go either way if you want to do a tall, skinny journal. And then these ones are the journaling pages, and again I didn't print all of them. See, and there is pink elements. It's a beautiful soft pink elements in the kit. This one's upside down. This one my printer cut off there a little bit. My printer's been acting up. I don't know. I got two of that one. I obviously like that page. And then the ephemera pieces, pockets and tags. This is the ephemera kit again, and as you can see, there is pink elements in there if you're not into blue. The tags, that's just beautiful. Look at this. I love the pink and the blue together. And there's this soft blue, and then also kind of like a turquoisey blue pieces in there. Just gorgeous. Love that. And these I've printed double-sided because I want to cut out my envelopes and I want them double-sided. Today we're going to play with I was inspired by Kate from Kate Space and Dagmar. They made, and I'm not sure if it was Ruby and Pearl, maybe did something similar, like a lace decorated postcards. I want to make a couple of those, and then also some, maybe one, and let's do the pink envelope so we have a little bit of something different than blue. And then let's see the tags. Let's pick some tags. We can do those maybe. Let's make it simple. Let's do those. Okay. So the tags, first of all, I am going to mount them on cardstock, and so I don't cut out the tags before I glue them on. I just cut kind of the excess paper off, so I'm not gluing too much, but I find that if you glue them and then cut them out, the edges are glued better together than simply cutting the tag out and then gluing them on the the backing, whichever kind of backing you're doing. So I'm just putting lots of glue on here because I don't want any bubbles, and I like this blue or purple glue because then I can see exactly where I have glue, where I need glue. And sometimes, like all of these glue sticks and glue kinds, they can be frustrating because, sorry for the noise, especially in the summer because it's really hot here, my glue kind of melts and makes big bubbles. So it's definitely better in the winter than in the summer. But like I say, all these glues have plus and minus parts on them, and then I just cut them out. I'm going to cut all three out and see. We'll see how far we get with this. Yeah, it's already February. I didn't get very far with Junk Journal January, but I am going to continue to use the prompts in my personal journal and maybe just post them on Facebook and Instagram, because I do want to do that. I did Junk Journal January. This would have been my second year for Junk Journal January, and third for July if I do July. I do enjoy that challenge just because there's a lot of people participating, lots of ideas and new channels that you can follow. And Rachel from Rach and Balacrafts, she does the same like kind of challenges throughout the year, which is awesome as well. So we have those bases. Let's do the bases before we do anything else. I'm going to do the envelope. This is an absolutely beautiful. There's a page like this as well, like a grungy background page that I didn't print. I don't know why, because I absolutely love this. Okay, shall we do 2 envelopes as well? Let's see how long it takes. I don't know. And the leftover pieces here, because it's printed on the other side, I will simply keep for collage and clusters, because it is big pieces of paper that gets cut off when you're cutting the envelopes double-sided. So it can feel like a waste, but it's not. All of these little pieces of paper, like on this side, I will still use for collages. Okay, now all of this will go into my scrap pile. Okay, shall we fold the envelopes and glue them, and they are done and they can dry while we're doing the rest. Yeah, I think Kate's postcards, I think she said she saw her idea on Pinterest. The information is on her in her description box if you watch that video. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, let's glue it. Glue book page. I can't remember if it was Pinterest or Instagram, but go look at her video and maybe follow whoever's. Her idea it was. I haven't, like I said, really bad, and I don't have any idea. I should have written that down before I started the video. This envelope. I almost feel like I want some gold on this one, but what did I do with my gold? Oh, there it is. I think I want gold, just especially on this edge here. And this is the Prima one, wax again. Maybe that's too much gold, but Anyway. See, I'm doing it like this so I can kind of rub that gold and it gets more, you know, just buff it a little bit and it's more shiny. I have found that if I do that, I get, especially with this one, more of a shiny edge. Okay. I think I'm gonna close that. We'll see when we're doing the envelope. I think I have it perfectly straight, but nothing's ever perfectly straight. So let's do the postcards. So I'm going to use some postcards that I don't particularly like, but I do like the back. Oh, that one has a, I'll put some lace or something on there. But I do like the backs of them. If you have postcards like these, sometimes you find them at the flea markets and then you kind of, for very cheap, and don't pass them up. They can be used for other things. Just looking. I want to use something other than what I have on the envelopes. That's why I'm going through all of the images. This I might have to do this way. And I am just going to do this. And for this one, shall we do this? Just need a line so I can cut straight, because I don't want to get out my cutter. It's just big and takes up a lot of space when you're, so I did take it a little bit bigger than what I need, because again I'm going to glue it and then cut it. I'm trying to do some of the pink pages so you can see it's not just a blue kit. Not everybody likes blue. If you want to, if you're scared that it won't glue because this is a glossy postcard, you can maybe sand it down and then glue it on here, but I don't think it's necessary. I'm just going to try to get it on that corner there, and then it should be good because I did cut it a little bit bigger. So I'm just prepping all my bases and then we'll start having fun. Just going to cut this. Might be easier if I flip it over, huh? Do this. We are having a gorgeous day outside. It's like a spring day in February. Can you believe it? We had a week, not last week, I think it was the week before, that was just crazy. It was freezing cold. Everything was just out of the norm for us. It doesn't get that cold where I live normally, but oh my goodness, it was cold. And then see, in this way I don't necessarily have to cut everything straight. I can cut it straight afterwards and use the postcard as a guide. Anyway, and then now suddenly it's nice and warm. The sun is shining. It feels like spring. I'm not complaining. Like all the snow melted that we got. Oh, I do have to paint my desk. Another thing. Okay, so now the bases are done and we can start playing and have fun. So Kate had these beautiful like pins, like safety pins, and she put her laces over that, on top of that, but I do not have that. I have a bunch of laces here and trims and ribbons and things that I can use. Let me just put that here and you can look at that. I also have these, and I'm just gonna put them to the side again so I can look at these. So what she did was she had these beautiful safety pins, so she'll put her lace around the safety pin, sew it on, and then sew it on, put the safety pin on her postcard, but I don't have those, so I need to do something different. I'm just gonna sew mine directly onto the paper, onto my postcard, and I think that's what Dagmar did. And for some reason, I think Dagmar said she saw hers at Ruby and Pearl. I'm gonna cut it here because that is kind of wrinkly. Put that in a book. Maybe I'll put that in my glue book to flatten that part, but I think this part is flat enough. So let's try and just add this on top. And for this one, do I want it this way or that way? I can add. This is from a sari. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Maybe, oopsie. I'll do this one this way. Just have to, again, straighten this up. Because I don't know. I think cutting straight is overrated. And maybe I won't do... Or do I want that piece on the bottom? No, I do want that piece on the top. Okay. And maybe I won't do it all the way down, just like that. Okay. That's these two. And again, not straight. How did I manage that? Okay. Not going to obsess about straight too much. Okay, so let's see what else I have here that I can add on top. Okay, she had have this one. It's not a straight. Might look good on the pink. Okay, just battling here with that one, and then I have this, but I think it's too pink. Again, too pink. This one is too peach. Okay, so that won't work. We'll find something else. Get rid of these pinks because they won't work for any of them, I think. Okay. Here, this one will work for that. Okay. And these will flip open, and then you can obviously write underneath. I think what I want to do with this one is make it a little shorter so you can see that gold. And now I wish maybe something like that. Maybe. And this one, do have this beautiful Well, think about that one. I also have this. Oh, I do like that. I'll do this here. And with some cheesecloth underneath. My word here. Okay, and then we can sew it onto this, and I'm wondering, I don't think I want pink. Don't have the right pinks anyway, so I'm gonna go with this kind of mushroomy color. Looks like I have a full strand here. Okay, so now the fun begins, because I have to get this in. I did buy a needle threader the other day, but it is sitting upstairs with my slow stitch project, which I wanted done today, but it didn't happen. So I am even going to, I actually like that little knot that I made. Okay, lots of fumbling here. So I'm just gonna sew this here on top, and I'm wondering if I want to maybe I want the knot on this side, because I did like, you can always go in and punch the holes before you start sewing as well, if that makes it easier for you. And I kind of do want it messy. Okay, maybe I will just quickly, this one on the bottom does not want to stay on the bottom, so I'm gonna put some glue stick there to keep that one there. I do not want to add some fabric tack, because that would make it harder to get my needle through all the layers. I think the glue stick should be fine, and of course this thing keeps catching on my sweater and everything. Okay. I just have to concentrate to get the needle through all the layers. Especially that one with the little dots on the back, because it does seem like it does not want to stay straight. Yeah, I've had a pretty busy week. It's finally Friday. I can do with a weekend this week. And of course, when I'm done sewing and I do see that I missed something, I can always go in and then just glue it with fabric tack, because I already have the just making a knot here. I think I'm gonna double knot, just because I want it to be bigger and visible. If like I feel like I did miss a layer of my fabrics on here, I can always go back and add some fabric tack, but I'm pretty happy with that. This it's not bulky at all, so it's perfect to put in your, I just want to get this. This is not bulky at all. It adds some interest to your journal. You can lift this up like a fabric flip and even write on there, and you have the writing space on the back. I think this would just look perfect, just paper clipped onto a page. So let's do the other one, and maybe I'll do a different color thread. That's too purple. I just have some threads here. I wonder if I want the darker, the blue to kind of show up. And this time I think I'm going to take all 6 strands rather than the other one just 3 strands. Okay, this thing really wants to get stuck to my my sweater. Okay. And I'm wondering, so I have this here. I have some this. I have some stamps here, and should I just glue? I have these stamps are just vintage postage stamps, and these words and little labels come from Paper Crafting, her cluster kit. I've been using that a lot lately. Or do I want to add maybe a little bit of blue fabric in here? And then the stamp peeking out. Maybe this isn't the right stamp. I might glue that on afterwards. So let's sew this on to this. And we started out with just a not so pretty postcard, or not something that I think I would use in my, if you don't have postcards you're not going to use, you can always simply just cut a cardboard piece and cardstock, journaling card. Obviously you don't have to use an old postcard. And like I say, I want these stitches to be messy. I think one of them had a red mark on it that I wanted to get rid of. I'll look at that in a minute. Oh. And if you don't want to sew, you can simply use a stapler and add this with a stapler. You don't have to sew, obviously. Sewing just adds a little bit of extra texture and dimension and interest, I think. And where's the hole there? We might do the tags by just stapling it on, because it would just save some time. But I did want to do the sewing. It's so pretty. And do go and look at Kate's. It is just beautiful. That little, she has like a big vintage safety pin. I think it was some for a hat pin or something. I have to order some of those for me from Amazon, and then maybe put them in some rust water. Okay, so that, and then we'll just put those in there so I don't lose it. Oh, I got a new fabric tack bottle. I just want to make sure that it opens up. Okay, there. I did get some fabric tack. It says begin. What does this say? Original. Stillness. And okay, we'll stay with that one, stick with that one. I'm wondering if I just want just a little bit of cheesecloth behind my word. Just cutting the cheesecloth here on the side, just to soften it up a little bit maybe. And I'm going to do it behind, underneath, not behind, underneath my stitches. And put my just like I say, a little bit more interest, and because it's glued on top of the fabric, you can still use this as a fabric flip or not. Okay, see, it still flips up if you want to do that. So that's another one done. Let's do the tags. There's, oh, I do want to do this one. Then maybe we'll just do one envelope. Oh, you know what? I glued the envelope on upside down. That is a problem. Let's see if we can fix it. Not a good fix, this one. Now I printed it double. And I didn't even think about that. There's writing on that side. Printed it double-sided, and now I have to I'll just use this one. Okay, stuff like that happens. We'll fix it. Maybe I will, whoops, before I start, maybe just put some, oh, there's still this left. Let's put some of this in there. That is just big enough. And then I'm using that part as well to fix my mistake. Grab a glue page. And I'm just going to put glue on this area here. So much for printing double-sided. Get rid of that. Anyway, it is all good. I don't think I want it in the crease because that would just complicate closing my envelope. And let's cut this off. Okay. And then that would still be a problem there. Here and here, but let's see if I can get I'll just do this. That one's not too bad, but I think this one needs a little bit of help. Everything is fixable. So these ones I'm not going to sew them in just to save some time. And I am just going to staple them or glue them. That piece can go. Just going to leave that to dry before I fold it. So let's concentrate on this, and then I can fold that envelope when it's done. So I am, like I said, just playing around with all your laces. I am pretty sure all of you have laces. This was part of an old tablecloth. Maybe if I can cut this straight. And just get that beautiful scallop piece on here. You don't have to use the whole thing. Kind of feel I want it this way, and I might do it a little smaller. Let's see where we go with this. Then I have this one, but I don't want to really cover this too much. It could go on here, but still a little bit big. I had some doilies here as well. Get a big enough. This one has scallops. Let's do this. So we get that really kind of rugged edge, because you're cutting the crochet parts, and if you want it even more, you can just, whoops, kind of rough it up with the edge of your scissors. Just don't poke yourself in the eye or cut yourself with these scissors. I think I want that up here. Rough up the bottom side too. I do like that. Okay, for this blue one, I wonder if I should, because this is so pretty, I almost do not want to cover it, and maybe I should just go with a little bit of this on there so it still shows most of the design of this beautiful, beautiful tag. Let's see if I can cut straight. I'll follow the dots. And how much of that do I want? Like maybe all the way to that dot. Okay. I'm going to maybe just fold it over, have that pretty flower there on the bottom, on the other side I mean. And that would have like almost a pretty topper there. Okay, I'm trying to do all three at once. Maybe that's not a good idea, but I think because I'm going to staple this on, I could do like a little ruffle here and staple it twice, and then have, what else do I have here? I wonder if I can do this. Because like I said, I don't want to cover a lot of this one. I just absolutely love this tag, but maybe if I have that on the side, and then just again something on top, a word maybe. I have this and I kind of ruffle these and then staple it on. I think that's what I'm going to do with that one, and do I want another little piece of, I think I need something, oh, what's this, finer on here? No, that kind of disappears. This one. Let's see if I have this and this. And then, where did I put that little one now that I just had a second ago? There, it's hiding. No, it disappears as well. And maybe if I have this pinkish color on there and but cut it smaller. Yes. And just layer that up. And then for this one, I'll have that there. And maybe this time I can use some of the pink. It's still very pink. It's more pink than that blush pink. Okay, that's not gonna work. I need blush pink. This was here from the other day. Could maybe have that on top. Something like that. And let's see, I cut this one. I just feel like I want something soft on top of this, but not like that. Cut that away. Okay. Maybe just have that on top. And let's see if we want to add again some words on here. I don't think that's too long. Poetic. They're all a little bit too big. Maybe if I just have it peeking out underneath. Yes, okay, I do like that. So what I'm going to do is on the top here, because I'm going to put a staple in there, I just want to add a little bit of fabric tack just to make it easier to keep everything together, because these pieces of fabric or lace do have a mind of their own almost. Okay, and this I want on there on an angle, peeking out underneath this one. So, and this adds a little bit of pink, and then all I'm going to do is just go in with my staple. Maybe do 3 staples for this one, and then just be careful. You do have the staple part there. I could put something on there, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just, hopefully whoever opens the envelope won't get their fingers cut by that staple. There's one. Let's do another one. Again, I'm just going to a little bit of fabric tack on the top just to keep it there and make it easier for me to staple everything on here and keep it straight, because the laces want to do their own thing. I think this one I'm going to cut a little shorter. That's the front. And again, cut this one shorter too. And then this, do I want like a label peeking out from here? I don't think so. I think what I'm going to do is simply staple this on here, because I don't want any of the glue on the velvet. I have to find the edge of my tag. Okay, I can get the staple in there. And I want it kind of messy. There. Okay, and then the last one. This one I am going to glue a little bit on this side just because I want it to flip over to this side, and I want that little flower to show here, so that when you're writing here you have something pretty on that side. Okay, and then I had this one, and so this one will just catch here very quickly, and then maybe I'll just get the word glued down, and then I want to, so this was a white ribbon that I just dyed with, and again I don't want it to be that perfect, dyed with onion skins. Okay. Just cut that on an angle. Almost like a scroll. Okay, and I do think I want to just a little bit, not too much, rough these up. I don't want the lace to break, but it just looks too perfect. Okay, so those are my lace dyed elements from the Shabby Blue, I hit the camera, sorry, Shabby Blue Valentine kit from Rach and Bella Crafts. Let's just clear up here a little bit so I have room for everything we made. Didn't get to everything that I prepared, but that never happens. Okay, so we made the 2 tags. Let's take this out of the way as well. 2 tags, the envelope, and the 2 postcards that would be perfect little journaling cards. Isn't that just pretty? Love these 2 colors. It's the perfect blue with the perfect pink, I think. It's just beautiful. So thank you for watching today, and please go to Rach and Bella Crafts Etsy shop and buy this kit. It's beautiful. It's the Shabby Blue Valentine's kit again. And go watch Pixie K or Kate Space on YouTube. I'll have her link in the description box, and also Dagmar's YouTube channel. She doesn't have a video on this on her channel, but she has beautiful photos on her Instagram page, so go look at that as well. And thank you. Have a great weekend. I am looking forward to this weekend of just not dealing with anything that needs to be dealt with. So I hope you have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.